So it is breaking news, actually just a couple minutes ago got released that President Trump has privately signed the $600 stimulus check package in his vacation house in Florida. So it will be passing, which is very weird because just 5 days ago, he was demanding a $2,000 stimulus checks and called the bill a straight disgrace. And on Friday, he told reporters that he was more than ever determined to get the $2,000 stimulus checks. And on Friday, reporters said that he was more than ever determined to get the $2,000 stimulus checks. And just yesterday, he said that $2,000 stimulus checks were not enough. Instead, there would need to be $2,000 stimulus checks not only for adults, but also dependents. All of a sudden, today, he went ahead and signed the stimulus package for $600 stimulus checks, which is a huge, massive surprise. Keep in mind now, the Senate and the House of Representatives have passed the stimulus bill over 6 days ago. It has been over 3 days since President Trump has had the stimulus bill in his hands, in his own possession. Everything that we knew about the stimulus bill will still hold true. It will be $600 for adults and qualified dependents. They are, however, still trying to and attempting to pass the $2,000 stimulus checks tomorrow, December 28th. The extension of both state and federal unemployment benefits will continue. The federal unemployment benefits include a $300 per week check, also for gig workers and self-employed, and the extension plus eviction protection will be extended by 1 month until January 31st. The PPP loan program will be a part of the second stimulus package, along with the EIDL grants. If you are in an impoverished community where the poverty rate is over 20%, you could potentially get a grant up to $10,000 per individual. And if you're not in these areas, you could potentially get up to $1,000 per employee. In this bill, there will also be $82 billion for schools, $5 billion for mental health and addiction, $45 billion for transportation, which will be especially helpful for the airlines. There will be a healthcare relief fund of $35 billion, $13 billion for nutrition and hunger, and a 3% pay raise for military troops. Additionally, there will be student loan plus housing forbearance, and $25 billion for rental assistance, both for tenants and landlords. However, keep in mind you do have to apply for this, and there will also be tax credits. If you qualify for rental assistance, where the government will help you pay some of your rent, you must apply at the state level. Make sure to check whether or not you're able to qualify. The bill can come sometime this week, or most likely sometime by mid next week, as Treasury Steven Mnuchin has stated. Most likely it will come within a little over a week. January 4th through January 6th is supposed to be the first round of direct deposits for the $600 stimulus checks for adults and qualifying dependents with no garnishments. With President Donald Trump signing off on the stimulus bill, there will not be a government shutdown, because that was actually going to be until midnight on Monday, and after that time frame, only essential workers were going to be funded to continue working, and the rest of the federal employees were going to be sent home to be on standby. Republican Senator Mitch McConnell has stated that he applauds President Donald Trump's decision to give hundreds of billions of dollars of crucial relief out of the door and into the hands of the American families as quickly as possible. The bipartisan rescue package that Republicans in Congress and the President Trump administration has been working on with the Democrats will extend another major lifeline to workers and struggling small businesses, to renew a major lifeline of support, to renew major relief for laid-off Americans and invest billions in vaccine distribution, and to send cash directly to households and much more. Mitch McConnell does go on to state that the compromise bill is not perfect, but it will do an enormous amount of good for struggling Americans across the country who need help. He states that, "I thank the president for signing the relief into law, along with the full year of government funding. The legislation that will continue the rebuilding and modernization of armed forces, which his administration has championed. His leadership has prevented a government shutdown at a time at which our nation could not have afforded one. I am glad that the American people will receive this much needed assistance as our nation continues to battle the pandemic. This was a statement that he released just a few minutes back. Additionally, Senator Nancy Pelosi has just released a statement saying that she is going to continue to push for the $2,000 stimulus checks, stating that now the president must immediately call on the congressional Republicans and join him and the Democrats to support the standalone legislation to increase direct payments to $2,000, which will be brought to the floor tomorrow, December 28th. Every Republican who votes against this bill would be denying the American families on the relief that they need. Keep in mind the $2,000 stimulus checks are still in play and are still a potential option, but we still have to wait until tomorrow, December 28th, to see once it gets voted on by the House of Representatives. However, the House of Representatives does not have to extend the government nor vote on the $2,000 stimulus checks, though most likely they will, and we will have to see what happens tomorrow, Monday, December 28th. But the pressure is now removed from Congress. Ultimately, from Trump's actions, there was a 5-day delay, meaning that we would be getting stimulus checks over a week later with no larger or greater impact at all. Hopefully you guys all learned something and enjoyed the video. I thank you all for your continued support. I do appreciate it tremendously. Make sure to drop a like down below. It does help me out tremendously. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Turn on those post notifications so that way you're aware of when I do upload my next video. Comment down below. Until next time, peace.